And we say, what's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard, Ballard Sports Media, coming at you live on a Friday. Is it Friday? Tell me it's Friday. Please be Friday. Yes. Friday night. It is pretty much draft season, mock draft season. I mean, we got 4 teams left in the NFL playoffs. We'll get through those games on Sunday, the AFC and the NFC titles. And then we'll pretty much have 2 teams for the Super Bowl. Then we'll have a winner and a loser. That fills spots 30 and 31. And that'll be it. Reason being there's 31 spots, by the way, instead of 32. I'm trying to remember. The one of the teams forfeited their pick. And I don't know how that happens. Let me see. Oh, the Miami Dolphins forfeited. They should be picking 21. That is not the case. You have the draft order set so far. The Chicago Bears will be on the clock first. A lot of people expect to trade. I expect to trade out too. They trade back in the draft, but they'll stay in the top 10, obviously. I mean, I think the big trade, though, for the Bears at number 1 is, do you trade back with the Texans? Do you move down only one spot? Do you stay at 1 and steal a guy like Jalen Carter, Will Anderson? You take a defensive player. I don't think they're really looking for a quarterback because I do think they want to work on Justin Fields. I think personally, and it kind of spoils my mock draft for you guys. I'm not ready to share the whole thing. I'm still working on the details, still working on it. I do a whole mock draft in Word document. But let me let you in on something. With the first pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts are on the clock. And they select, ding, 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 that's probably the team to trade up and get Bryce. Yes, that would probably make sense. What's up, Kevin Davis and Sorgy Stories in the chat? We are live on Facebook and YouTube tonight. Really appreciate everyone showing up. We want to look at some mock drafts on CBS Sports. We also want to look at Mel Kiper's mock draft from Fan Nation on SI.com. It's under the college football category, which I guess makes sense. But let's start with Mel Kiper because he had an interesting mock draft 1.0 this week on ESPN. So let me pull this up. We're just going to kind of run through and talk about some mock drafts and everything. What's up, Nick Saban Jr.? Going on, bro? What's going on? Yeah, I didn't see all of it, so this will kind of be a surprise to me. I do see the number 1 pick, though. Jalen Carter. So this is defense for taking Carter number 1. Okay, let me ask y'all this. Is Jalen Carter worth taking number 1 overall? I think, okay, Bryce Young as the top quarterback, number 1 overall. Will Anderson, best defensive player in the draft, number 1 overall. Best interior lineman is Jalen Carter. But is he worth taking overall? He's very explosive. He can stop the run. What I don't agree with is here's what Kiper says. Chicago's roster needs help from top to bottom, but its defense was particularly dreadful, ranking last in the league in sacks and points allowed per game. Jalen Carter, an explosive interior pass rusher and run stuffer, gets the nod. What I don't agree with, I don't know if I agree with this statement, but he called him the best player in this entire draft. Now, I mean, believe what you want to believe and drink whatever Kool-Aid you want. He's top 5, top 3. But I don't know if I agree with him being the best player in this draft. I think quarterback wise, like, who's the best quarterback in this draft? Well, everyone's pointing to Bryce Young. That's the thing, too. That's a subject I've brought up on this channel before. How do you compare player to player? Like, how do you compare Jalen Carter to the best quarterback that could be the best player in the draft in Bryce Young? You know, Kuiper says, well, Jalen Carter's the best guy in the draft. He's the best available on the board. Okay, want to hear your argument for it. Didn't, I mean, I don't know if he really gave much of a defense for it. But how do you, because, okay, you compare quarterbacks. You talk about arm talent, talk about size, run ability, athleticism, strength. You can compare quarterbacks like that. How do you compare Jalen Carter on the defensive side to a quarterback like Bryce Young? What are you going to say to that? Well, this guy's faster. He's stronger in the weight room. He's got more build, better frame. So basically, what you can say is he's got better speed and quickness and a better build. I don't know if that's enough to justify him being the better player. He's better at what he does. Again, you got to go into detail. Let's move on from this. Let's keep looking at Mel Kiper. The Jalen Carter to the Bears at number 1. Again, I don't fully disagree, but what got me was that he's the best player in the draft part. I think that's a little absurd. The Texans on the clock at number 2, CJ Stroud. Okay, first quarterback off the board. Kiper has him probably as his quarterback 1. Kiper says he goes number 2 overall. He's extremely accurate, can make every throw, and has excellent touch at every level of the field. Who is this? The Texans. Okay. So again, here's where you can make a really good comparison. How can you compare CJ Stroud to Bryce Young or Will Levis, who some people actually do believe Will Levis is quarterback too? I think it's one of those, you also got to take into account, it's not taking the best available player, it's taking what's best for you, right? Is Bryce Young just not a good fit for Houston? And CJ Stroud's the better fit for Houston? Forget talent. Is it schematics? I mean, I think they're both pretty much the same. They came from 2 passing and air raid offenses, in Alabama and Ohio State. But, again, what are you comparing here? Why is CJ Stroud the first quarterback off the board? I get he's got talent. I'm not going to take anything away from CJ Stroud. But it's again, based on what you have him as your top quarterback. Or if you don't, but still, because you also got to think when it does come to a mock draft, you're mocking based on what you think the team's going to do. Are the Texans, if they're going to take the best quarterback available at this point at number 2 overall, unless the Bears do something about Justin Fields, you want to take Bryce Young. He's got the size. He's a Heisman winner. Can make almost any throw. Let's keep it rolling. Cardinals. Now we're getting somewhere. Will Anderson Jr., second defensive player off the board. He goes to Arizona. Cardinals take Will Anderson. I like it. Anderson was a tackle for loss machine. This is what Kiper says. In college, and dominated offensive tackles in both the run and pass game, unblockable at times. NFL Draft Bible says on the scouting report, one of the most twitchy and fastest pass rushers that we've seen come off the edge in quite some time. His ability to convert speed to power, along with his bend and athleticism, enables him to use an array of moves to get to the quarterback. Really great. Now, here, and this kind of plays into my mock draft, what I think will happen. I'm going to go ahead and spoil it a little bit, but as for right now, I think the Bears trade the first pick to the Colts, and the Colts go grab Bryce. Now, it's risky. It's risky. But okay. We all got different mock drafts. Young is a quick processor with an elite feel for the pocket and how to move around and locate his target. Spread out the offense and watch him throw darts to Michael Pittman and Alec Pierce. Seahawks take Will Levis. Let's just kind of roll through these real quick. Will Levis to the Seahawks. Round out the top 10. Lions take a defensive end and Tyree Wilson from Texas Tech. Raiders take the first offensive tackle, Peter Skoronski. Miles Murphy to the Falcons. Anthony Richardson to the Panthers. I've seen that a lot. I don't even know who this is. Kalijah Cansey. Now, the Eagles could go many different ways in number 10. This name's a first. I don't know who this is. Anyway, some of these make sense, some of them don't. Will Levis to the Seahawks. Was that in here? Or don't tell me I said that. I didn't say. I keep my mouth shut on here, man. Hold on. Will Levis at number 5 to the Seahawks for Kiper. That's true. They are planning to re-sign Geno Smith. That is true. I think the thing is, though, is that the experts, and I'm going to be honest, I'm guilty of it too. I think the Seahawks could probably take Will Levis. I understand re-signing Geno Smith, but I think they want a guy back there because they don't have the depth at quarterback. And in case something doesn't work out with Geno Smith, like if it's not planning the way they plan on it long term, and like going next year down the road, you got to have that quarterback ready to play. So why not draft a guy? I get the Seahawks taking a quarterback. You can call it crazy if you want to. I'm going to be a guy and say, not to say anything wrong about Geno Smith. I don't want to diss anybody in this live stream. But that also being said, I would agree to an extent. Maybe Geno Smith is um, not a franchise quarterback. That's the term I'm looking for. I'm having a hard time finding my words tonight. All right, let's check this out. Let's see what Sorgi has. Oh, this is a lot. Okay. So he does have the Colts trading with the Bears to go up and get Bryce. Okay. Texans take Stroud. Cards take Will Anderson. Bears take Jalen Carter. The Panthers take Will Levis. Okay. Brian Bresee to the Lions. Paris Johnson. Who is that the offensive tackle? Let me see. Paris. Let me see here. Yes, Paris Johnson, the offensive tackle for Ohio State. Okay. He's a strong dude. I'm hearing that name a lot. Falcons, Miles Murphy. Seahawks, Tyree Wilson. Brian Branch to the Eagles at number 10. The Eagles could free fall him, man. Like they could just like take whoever because they got so much depth on both sides of the ball. I mean, they could use some linebacker help a little bit and some secondary, but they could go wherever. Let's keep going. Peter Skoronski. Skorensky, I guess. I've been saying that name wrong. Lucas Van Ness. That's an Iowa kid, I believe. Packers, Michael Mayer, the tight end from Notre Dame. Patriots take Quentin Johnson. I like that. I love getting Mac Jones a big time receiving weapon. Got to do something. Packers take Jordan Addison. Anthony Richardson to the Commanders. Steelers take Devon Witherspoon. Christian Gonzalez. Buccaneers with Nolan Smith from Georgia. I'll take it. Need some pass rush, man. Get us some big guys. Osiris Torrance to the Seahawks again. Chargers, Broderick Jones. Cam Smith to the Raiders. Joey Porter from Penn State to the Vikings. Okay. Jaguars take Antonio Johnson. Giants take Jackson Smith-Njigba. Zay Flowers, Antoine Harrison, Josh Downs, Trenton Simpson, Sayaki Ika, and Bijan Robinson. Did the Eagles really take a running back in the first round? That'd be interesting. And based on this, I would assume your Super Bowl pick too is the Bengals and the Eagles like me. I like it. I like it, man. Let's drop the link, man. Let's get you guys on in here. I don't mind. Yeah, that's true. Miles Sanders is a free agent after this season, isn't he? Probably not much of a chance to re-sign. So Georgia Bulldog will. Jets have to pay a lot to get Rodgers. Did you say something about getting Rodgers? I've heard those. I mean, I've heard a lot about um Rodgers to the Jets, but I don't think Sorgi said anything about that. So again, here's your order. The Bears are at 1, Texans, Cards, Colts, Broncos, Rams, Raiders. Uh, the Lions technically at 6. It's a trade. Seattle at 5 because of the Russell Wilson trade. Vegas Raiders, Atlanta Falcons, Carolina, New Orleans Saints traded to Philly. So the Eagles at 10, the Titans at 11, Texans again at 12. That's another thing. What if the Texans don't want to take a quarterback at 2? They still got that 12th pick. They could get, well, I guess if they want to take one of the top quarterbacks, they obviously got to take it at number 2. Then at some point, they got to address their defense. The Jets at 13, the Patriots at 14, Packers, Commanders, Steelers, Detroit, my Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 19. God, we need some O-line help. Seattle, the Dolphins forfeited. The Chargers, the Ravens, the Vikings, the Jaguars, the Giants. At 26, you have the Cowboys, and at 27, you have the Bills. And then we'll take the conference losers, put them at 28, 29. Then we have the Super Bowl loser at 30, winner at 31. This is going to be fun, boys. We're going to have some fun with this year's draft for sure. No, it's not. It's not the unprofessional sports show, Jerry. We'll bring that back with football season. Hope the Jets get Broderick Jones. In your case, that actually I think could be a steal at 13. I think that that could be something. But I think my let me double check something here. No, he's fallen. He's fallen the right way. It's not so much a steal, and unless you're stealing from the Patriots or um, the Steelers, who need desperately offensive tackle help. That's kind of where it comes in as a steal. You steal from them, but it's not going to be too much of a shocker at 13. I don't think. I think Broderick Jones is one of the top um, offensive tackles in this class, maybe second. You know, when you look at it behind Peter Skoronsky, got to get used to saying that name too. Yeah, Broderick Jones. I mean, he should go somewhere in the 15 to 20 range. If he's stolen, he goes 10 to 15. Again, we dropped the StreamYard link. Anyone wants to come on, it's up to you guys. But we're kind of just talking the mock drafts um, for this year. And I'm still building the first round. I've made some progress. But let me see who we got here. Hey, what's up, bro?
What's up, Ballard? How you doing?
Good, man.
Oh, well, season's coming, starting to end, and I'm excited for this draft. It's gonna be another fun one.
It's always fun. It's like Christmas. You want to sing "It's the most wonderful time of the year," and I mean, if you're truly an NFL fan, it really is, because it's great to see all the college athletes and where they end up, and hopefully have a bright future with an organization.
Oh yeah. I think it'll be interesting to see how the quarterback carousel can affect this draft and trades that might happen. I don't in my mock draft I had 2 quarterback related trades, at least current quarterbacks being the Jets and Packers trading and the Ravens and Raiders trading.
Yep.
So you had, as far as your trades, I'm looking back at this. You had the Colts trade with the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
You had the Seahawks trade with Carolina. Is that what you had that you put in the comments?
I think Carolina moves up to get Will Levis.
Okay, that's a bold move.
I think it makes sense. I mean, they need a quarterback. They could go out in free agency and get a Jimmy G type guy. But I think chances are he ends up in Tampa Bay or somewhere like that. I think it's their best bet to go Levis in the draft. And then next trade was Packers and Jets. I know Will has feelings on that.
What did you say?
I said my next trade is the Packers and the Jets, and I know you have feelings on that.
I know. I wouldn't be surprised, man. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I mean, if we get, I mean, getting Rodgers is going to cost us a lot of money and 2 draft picks in the first round. So
yeah.
I just don't know. And if the decision happens, you know what this means? This means that our owner's getting involved and he's making the decisions instead of our general manager. And that's not a good sign, because Woody Johnson doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Yeah. I think it just, at this point, it makes really no sense for the Packers to feed them, because they can't win a Super Bowl with them. I mean, the contention window doesn't open up until Rodgers isn't there anymore.
Well, can't win another Super Bowl.
Yeah. So, I mean, he can win one with the Jets, or he can win one wherever. But the Packers don't want to pay him $60 million.
No, they don't want to pay him too much. I mean, his salary cap is raising next season. So
Yeah, it is because in the Packers at least would take. I think you'd only have to take 20 mil because we take 40
oh, okay,
of
I
the
see.
hit. I'm not sure, but I can because if the Packers keep him, it's 60 mil. If they trade or cut him, it's 40 mil.
Okay.
So
All right.
we'll see. And the only other trade I had was Derek Carr to the Ravens.
Mm.
To the
Lamar-
Ravens.
Ravens.
I think Lamar ends up in Miami. Ravens need to-
Miami.
Oh yeah, Lamar's free agent.
Well, I know he's a free agent, but Miami. I mean, they got two over there though.
Well,
but-
he's made of glass.
Yeah, Tua can't. I think Tua just needs to stop playing football.
He
because he's gonna
had.
get-
I mean, he's gotten better about like his ankles, his hip surgery. He's gotten better there. The dude was in concussion protocol twice this year, wasn't he?
3 times.
Twice? Three
3 times.
times.
Three
Yeah.
times, man.
You gotta
he
got to protect your quarterback, or you need to cut the record and say it's time to move on.
He
He
missed
needs to
both.
retire.
He missed both games against the Jets. They had Skylar Thompson in both times.
Yeah, because he entered concussion protocol against the Bills, and then we know what happened against the Bengals, and then the Packers landed a huge blow on him, and he left that game. So I just don't think he can play football anymore.
I don't know. He's had an interesting career, but
Yeah.
Ballard, I bet you're rooting for Jalen Hurts this weekend.
Jalen Hurts all the way, man. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I wish he was the reason. I wish he would have been the reason behind the national championship. We won a championship in 2017 in Alabama, but let's be honest, that was second in 26. That was thanks to Tua.
That was
And, you know, Jalen needs something major in his football career at some point. And to be this young to win a Super Bowl in his second or third season, I think his third season, I think that would be huge for his career.
definitely.
Well, I'll tell you this. I mean, here in Philly, they're already greasing the street poles. They're preparing for a big win. They
They're going nuts.
are.
Yeah.
It's been madness here. I'd be lying if I said that at school today we didn't all scream at the top of our lungs, "Fly Eagles fly" the whole way through. It's an exciting time to be a Philadelphian, and we're ready for a win against the Niners. It's gonna be interesting, and I think
That's
What?
well for me. It's cool. I mean, people are telling me like, "Why'd you hire Nathaniel Hackett? You guys are going to be screwed this year." I'm like, you can't speculate right now. The season hasn't started.
well,
Yeah, you
this is
still
what-
got draft picks.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I'm going to tell you. Nathaniel Hackett was a phenomenal offensive coordinator in Green Bay. Look at what happened when he left. Look at what happened when he left. The offense went down in production, and I think that's partly Aaron Rodgers being selfish, partly Aaron
Yes.
Rodgers' thumb, and partly the offensive coordinator, Adam Stenovich, not calling plays to run the ball.
Mm.
That wasn't in the playbook. Like, I can only assume that. Also, Rodgers audibling out of run plays. But
Yeah, Rodgers has had a bit of temper issues. His
Yeah.
behavior is getting out of hand.
but when Hackett's there, I think he's slightly more calm because he's got his guy with him. So
Okay.
that's what I can only assume based on how he's looked the last couple of years. He's
Yeah.
happier with Hackett.
So you said Derek Carr ends up at the Ravens. He's either ending up at the Ravens or the Jets. It's one of those two teams.
Or potentially the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Maybe the
Wow.
Panthers if they don't go Levis. I mean, I think that Jimmy G's going to end up in Tampa. But
Mm.
I could see. I don't know. Bell, Jimmy
anybody.
G's not that bad.
I
Could be
guess
any-
I mean I don't hate Jimmy G. I think he's got potential, and I think that the dude learned from Tom Brady in his time in New
Yeah.
England and looked okay when he did take over for him for a few games. But like,
Mhm.
I mean, I just don't see it happening. I wouldn't be against it. I just don't. I don't know about Jimmy G to Tampa. That'd be something to keep in mind.
Well,
Do you think Brady's returning though?
No.
No,
No.
no, he's not coming back.
Brady's going to Vegas.
He just hasn't said anything yet.
That's the
Brady's
thing.
going to
You never
Vegas
know.
time.
You know how Brady is. It takes him a while. It'll be a while. I mean, well, first of all, players can't be traded till March 15th, though.
Yeah. Well, Brady's a free agent. That's the thing. So
I know.
Yeah.
he is.
They
he is
haven't
op-
re-signed or anything.
Unless they come up with something before March 15th, he's out.
Yeah, it
Right.
makes sense to me that he would land in Vegas over anything to play with Devontae Adams, and his guy Josh McDaniels is there.
Oh, Jesus.
Um,
Yeah.
I mean, I think you're not going to go with Kyle Trask, right? You're not
Who?
going to go with Kyle Trask at quarterback.
I've actually talked to a friend at church. I go to church with, watches the channel on Facebook. Shout out to him if he's watching. You know who you are. He's a Bucks fan too, originally from Florida. He doesn't. I'm trying to remember who he brought up that we should go after, but he does not think that we'll go after Trask.
No. I mean,
I just no.
I think he's your backup quarterback of the future, considering that he's sitting on the roster. Did he play at all this year?
Kyle Trask,
Yeah, has he played at all, like, ever in the NFL?
preseason, but that's
regular.
it.
Like, is Brady mentoring him at all?
Yeah.
Not that I've heard. I mean, that's not like it wasn't like Tom Brady did not come back because I can help this Kyle Trask kid from Florida. No,
No,
he came back because he wanted to win a Super Bowl. He
wanted to
didn't
win
give a
another
crap
Super
about
Bowl.
mentoring anybody. I mean,
Yeah.
But that's usually what a veteran does, though. I mean, that's what
right.
that's what the Jets thought with Joe Flacco. Can he mentor Zach Wilson and get him better? Well, it looks like no.
Mm-mm.
Maybe Derek Carr. I don't know. Rodgers would be a good mentor for him.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking
So
right now.
I found this article that was posted by Colin Halboom of Bucks Game Day on FanNation, SI.com. Former Bucks offensive coordinator Byron Leftwich, who we let go of.
Yeah.
God, thank you.
Hey, we got rid of ours too.
He's to interview with the AFC team that with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hold on, why is Byron Leftwich? I know that they had a bad season this year, but Byron Leftwich a couple months ago was a candidate for, the last couple of years he's been a candidate for NFL coaching jobs. Like, something tells me that the not running the ball at all and asking Tom Brady to carry your entire team every game mentality was more Todd Bowles than Byron Leftwich, because under Bruce Arians they actually ran.
I'll say this, Ballard.
That's true.
You have a chance. You could get Todd Monken from Georgia.
Ooh.
I actually saw that. I
Yeah.
saw
Mm-hmm.
just a few minutes
I hope
ago,
not.
actually.
I hope not.
Well, look at okay. Let me screen share this because this is on ESPN, and this is an inside source. Jenna Lane is an ESPN staff writer and a Buccaneers inside
Yeah.
reporter.
I was about to say
Sources tell me that UGA offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, and former Bucks and Browns offensive coordinator Todd Monken will interview next week for the Bucks offensive coordinator position.
Please stay.
Next week. That's huge.
I mean, he's getting all sorts of offers of coaching offers. I mean, no surprise. I mean, Georgia just won the national championship for the second straight year, so obviously these guys. Stetson Bennett, man. I mean, this guy is probably the best quarterback I've seen in my lifetime at Georgia. Seriously, better than Aaron Murray or Matt Stafford
or Jake Fromm. Well, he's got to be better than Fromm.
Jake from State Farm, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So
no, man, I'd be okay. I guess I'd be okay with Todd Monken. I mean,
dude,
he's got some NFL experience. He's got a good background. He's been there, done that. He's been with the Bucks before. maybe he makes his return and does something um, for Tampa Bay. Now, the question is going to be, is that with or without Tom Brady?
Yeah.
And, you know, I guess I don't know how I want to, put this, but, he was our 2016 coordinator. He was our 2017, 2018. So for like 3 seasons, he was our offensive coordinator and wide receivers coach. So going back to Tampa Bay would be I don't think it would surprise me. I mean, he had great success there. He helped with the wide receivers a lot and helped develop guys that we had just gotten in. Um, uh, Mike Evans and I'm trying to think of some other guys. I think we had a guy. Y'all remember Vernon Hargraves? Or no, that's defense. Who? Vincent Jackson. We had
I
him
don't know.
when Monken first got there before his retirement. So, look, if Todd Monken, he is set to interview. He is going to interview. Question is he going to take the job? Are they going to give him the job? And also, how do Tampa Bay fans feel about this? I guess I'd be okay to give him a shot after
You
what I've
kidding?
seen him do with Stetson. I
You
think we
kidding me?
have to. I see
Oh,
I
yeah.
see the look on your face, Will. I
You
can't
kidding
hear
me?
you, but
But you gotta give him a shot. I mean, look at how much. Here's one thing: he'll be better now than he was before because you had Jameis Winston who was just ugh, and now
right.
you'll probably have. Well, I don't know who your quarterback will be, but it'll be somebody better than Jameis
Blaine
Winston. So
Gabbert.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty playing average. um, he'll do better. So you gotta trust Mungan.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But I don't want him to leave.
No, I know you don't.
I don't want him to leave. Nope.
So, as we're on the discussion of coaching, I think I am going to make one change to my mock draft.
Okay.
I'm going to add one more trade in at the end, and that's going to be Sean Payton to the Broncos.
Ooh.
You can trade a head coach.
Oh, yeah. The Saints said that they're asking for a first-round pick. So, because technically he's still under contract with them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, he is.
Yep.
Yeah, he is. He's technically under contract with them still.
Mm.
So, it would make sense. So, what I'm switching here is the Saints are going to have the 29th pick, and they're going to take Siaki Ika, and the Bengals are going to take Trenton Simpson. So, I'm just switching those two picks.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I was
the
just
Jets.
thinking about that. I'm like, I forgot to trade Sean Payton in that. But, I mean, think about it. You're not going to give up a top 10 pick probably for a head coach. But I mean, I could see it. I could see the Broncos at 29 doing it because they have the Niners pick.
So if the Jets trade and get Rodgers and give up our first two picks, so we have 13 and which is the next one?
I think that's somewhere in the second round, or do you have another
No, it's
first round?
I think it's 2 first rounders.
No, you don't have 2 first rounders this year.
Oh, okay, so it's
Maybe next year?
The deal I would give this is the deal I would ask for. I would ask for this year's first, next year's first, pick 43 this year, and next year a conditional second round pick. So say if you do really good with him, like it's a second. If you do okay, it's a third. If you do bad, it's fourth.
Yeah.
So you there's some wiggle room there.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the Packers should ask for. I mean, when you look at, I think Aaron Rodgers is right now in the second tier of quarterbacks, and what you'd ask for, like if the Ravens were to tag Lamar Jackson and then trade him, they might ask for 3 first round picks plus some seconds and some thirds. But I think Rodgers is kind of on that next lower tier.
I mean, you
So
got
let me ask y'all. Let me ask y'all this. I mentioned earlier, and maybe I already talked to Sorgi about it, but I don't know. But as far as the number one pick goes this year, do okay? Do the Bears stay there, or do
No.
you see a team like me, like the Colts, going up?
I agree with the Colts.
I
That's what
don't
I had in
think
mind.
They go up and they snag
I
Bryce.
just
Yeah.
don't think they're not going to draft a quarter. They need offensive linemen and they need a secondary. They don't need a new quarterback.
And a healthy quarterback. They need
Well,
a healthy
yeah, and
quarterback.
a healthy quarterback, but they don't need a new quarterback is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So no, I think the Colts are going to trade up.
This, I was trying to think of a deal that I would have, and I think, let me go back into PFF, their mock draft / trade simulator. Because I think I had the Colts giving up. Where is it? I think I had them giving up pick number 4, next year's first, number 4, a second round or 2 second round picks into Forrest Buckner for the first round pick or for the number 1 pick.
Yeah, they got well, they obviously have to give up a lot to
Yeah,
like no one just gives away the number one pick.
exactly.
Do they have I'm trying to I'm messing with that PFF simulator. I'm just clicking on a lot of picks here.
I always am.
You can force the trade, but I want to see if they give up a first round pick next year. And let's say I'll throw you in. I'll throw you in a second round pick next year and a first round pick in 2025. Not going to force the trade, but let's offer it. Trade accepted. So I just traded. So the Bears receive the number 4 pick. They get Indy's first and second next year, and in 25 they get Indy's first round pick. And the Colts, all they wanted was the number 1 pick.
You know who I think the Packers could draft in their first pick?
Who?
Darnell Washington.
No.
They need a tight end.
Yeah, Michael Mayer.
Michael Mayer? Who the
You
hell
go
is
Michael
this guy?
Mayer at 13, and you go Jordan Addison at 15. I mean, that was my
Oh, let me see that. Let me see that.
I'd take Darnell, man.
435, second round. DeForest Buckner too. You just
DeForest.
kind of threw it in as a little extra gift.
Okay.
I
So
think
where's it-
DeForest Buckner's
Where's
worth a lot.
where's this mock draft site? I'm gonna check this out.
Just
It's
PFF.com.
I'll put a link to it in the comments, but
Yeah, because I want to see this. I haven't done this before.
Here, Will, I'll put it in the private chat. There.
Thanks, Sorgi.
You're
this is what I've been using in the meantime while the draft network's
Select
still
your
updating
team.
there.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
pick
what
the
I
Jets.
always use PFF for my mock
Oh.
drafts. Yes.
Oh, you pick multiple teams? Okay.
Yeah, you can pick out
Yeah.
how many teams you want, and
Okay,
then
well,
you can choose how many rounds you want to do and
I'm
whatever.
I'm
I'm gonna
How many
do
re-
mock draft here.
I'll just do Jets and see how it goes.
Let's see if the Bucks can trade up without me forcing. Who can we trade
Let's
with?
do how many rounds do you guys usually do?
I go, well, if I'm doing every team, I do the first round. If I'm just doing the Packers, I do 7 rounds.
Okay, I'm gonna do the Jets 7 rounds.
Let's see. I'm gonna trade with Sorgi's team, the Packers.
Oh, select the team. Oh gosh, select the team to trade with.
Yeah, so you can
Okay.
trade with whoever you want, and then you go into
Okay,
these
who would I
rounds.
trade with? Anybody
Who
who
are you
needs.
as?
Okay, so any team that needs an offensive
What about?
lineman. I'm not gonna trade.
I
with
was
the Colts.
asking Will who he's drafting as.
Oh, which team?
Yeah.
The Jets, obviously.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna trade with the Raiders. Start this draft.
Nice.
I would not take that deal if I was Brian Gutekunst.
Oh, in real life, this trade?
Oh, I wouldn't take that. I mean, I could
Ooh.
if he did take that, I might be
Ooh.
able to put in a bad word for him. I am an owner and I get to vote on the board of directors, so I could put in a bad word.
Here we go. Okay, so here's what we got. We're doing 7 rounds. We got it fast. Jalen Carter, number 1. Bryce Young, Miles Murphy, Will Levis to the Colts. We won't go through all these, but like Brian Branch to the Panthers, Devon Weatherspoon to the Eagles, Anthony Richardson to the Jets.
Okay, that's
So
No.
the Jets take a quarterback.
No, we do not want AR-15. Hell no.
AR-15, baby.
No.
Sell
No.
those guns.
No. If he comes anywhere near us, I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna pop a blood vessel. Don't you dare! If he even comes near East Rutherford, I'm gonna pop a blood vessel. Don't you dare!
We're taking a running back here. Screw it. Give me Bijan Robinson.
All right. So I got pick 43. Let's see. Pick 43. I need a linebacker. I'll take Henley.
Will, I'm gonna tell you, I've tried to trade to the Packers for Aaron Rodgers from the Jets side before, just to see if it'll work. And you can offer them literally every pick in the world that's you can offer, and it won't go through on PFF.
Oh, really?
So there are some glitches, but it tends to be pretty good.
Overshown. Noah Sewell. Any other linebackers? Dorian Williams out of Tulane.
Jahmyr Gibbs to the Jags.
Oh,
Don't they have Travis or Travis? What the hell?
Yeah,
name
Travis
is that?
Etienne.
Travis. That's it. Not Travis.
Travis.
So far I have taken Bijan Robinson as a running back in the first round. And Cam Latu. I'm gonna go defense here.
I'm gonna take.
Let's take a corner.
I don't know. I'll just take the best linebacker they got. I'm gonna take Overshown.
Let's
when you're done with that, when you're done sharing your screen, I put something up.
Okay.
In the background.
112. Ooh, trade. No, I don't want to trade with the Commanders. And I'm going to take another tackle. Let's take Kingston from Washington State. Pick 145 in the 5th round.
Well, the only reason I said Michael Mayer over Darnell Washington is I'm looking at the stats now, and Mayer was 67 receptions, 809 yards, 9 touchdowns, and Washington was 28 receptions, 454 yards, 2 touchdowns.
We're taking a quarterback.
I'm not trading with. Okay, I'm gonna just say. I'm just gonna pick a quarterback. Say the Jets don't get Rodgers. Say the Jets don't get Rodgers, and we have. If the Jets don't get Rodgers and we have to draft a quarterback, here's where I'm gonna. This is probably the worst time to draft a quarterback.
Ballard, I like that pick.
You like the pick?
Oh yeah.
What did he pick?
Max Duggan.
He picked
Nice.
Nice. That's a steal right there, baby.
There you go.
That's a steal.
Who'd you steal it from?
Well, I took it 155 overall.
Oh man.
Let's see. I don't think we need. Our safety situation is figured out. I don't think we need. Oh, I'm gonna take Henry To'oTo'o.
Oh, nice.
I took Henry To'oTo'o.
Let's take a kicker. Oh yes, Will Reichard's on here. I'm taking Will Reichard.
Take him.
Take him.
No. You know who needs him? The Cowboys.
Yes. Yes.
Cowboys.
Or Ohio State needs one too.
Oh yeah.
He does. I feel bad for the guy though. I really do.
Noah
Dude,
Ruggles.
it was literally struck midnight when he missed the kick. Did you
I
catch that?
know.
Yeah, I went nuts on my stream. Oh my god.
Your stream was awesome.
Oh my god. I got 11K total views on that stream.
Nice. Yeah, I was on a friend's stream and we were watching and I'm like, and I was shocked I was really happy when he missed it because I can't stand OSU. But
I also streamed the Jets Packers game this season. That was fun.
oh yeah, I
That
love
was a-
streaming. I love streaming Packers games.
Did you stream the Jets
take
the
another
Jets
run.
one? The Jets Packers
No,
game?
I think we streamed probably like 5 or 6 of the games. Let me see.
I streamed 3 games.
Let's see what they grade my draft. It can't
Oh
be
yeah,
too
that's
bad.
always the fun part.
I'm gonna take
Yeah.
I think we need an edge rusher.
Ballard, the grade is gonna be really stupid.
Yeah, it is.
Actually, I'm
I
gonna
think-
take Will Mallory from Miami. I think we need a better tight end.
I'm really curious to see something, so I'm gonna go into PFF and check this. Okay. I want to see if there are any punters that show up on the thing.
Damn, Kenny
Any
McIntosh.
punters?
How has Kenny McIntosh still not been drafted? What the hell?
Um,
I'm
let's
gonna
see
take
if
I'm
I-
gonna take
God, I love punters.
I'm gonna take my man Warren McClendon. There you go. Welcome to East Rutherford.
Well, I just found there is a punter. Michael Turk from Oklahoma is ranked number 304.
Send him to us. Our punter sucks. Braden Mann sucks. He's terrible.
The Packers need a kicker because Mason Crosby's going to retire.
Crosby's getting older.
I want to get Matt Gay from the Rams. Yeah, let me pull it back up.
We
Ballard.
got Greg
There.
Gallego. And who's
Um,
Mr. Irrelevant? Oh, the Saints had the very last pick in the draft.
So I did like 4 trades. Tharaj
This was a
won, then
good
couple
draft.
others.
We better grade it. Let me full screen
Uh,
yours, and I'm gonna zoom in on the screen here.
My draft grade was a C+.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay, so to start, Michael Mayer at 13. Then you got Jordan Addison at 15. 43, Packers needed a safety.
Still no.
Sidney Brown. Then I went with
better
Tui Paluto from USC. Add another edge rusher, can't hurt. Safety, Jordan Battle. Again, trying to get a safety because I traded Darnell Savage and Adrian Amos as a free agent.
Oh, nice.
And then Hendon Hooker because we need a backup plan for Jordan Love.
Not accepted. How
Um,
about,
Jordan Love's not gonna work out, is it?
how about
Oh, he's going to work
oh,
out.
actually,
I think he will, but in case he doesn't. The Michigan center I went with, then Cade Stover at 116 out of Ohio State, get another tight end depth. Jarrett Patterson, Notre Dame, Xavier Hutchinson out of Iowa State, Deuce Vaughn, Kansas State, Julius Brents, Kansas State,
come on, man. What the hell?
Cohen, Goriage, Diabe, Thomas, Hasselwood, Reed. Those are just.
I'll tell you what, you're getting a strong guy in Javion Cohen.
Oh yeah, Packers need O-line. That's for sure.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
trade with the
especially
Packers
at the
here.
guard.
Yeah. Will, it's not gonna work.
It's not working. It doesn't matter how many. I gave him 3 picks. First 3 picks for Aaron Rodgers. Trade not accepted. All right, well, screw you, Packers.
Well, yeah. If you go on the Packers side and you offer the Jets, they take it. But as I said, PFF is a little weird. Cade Stover, according to PFF, Cade Stover is not returning.
Man, I'm giving you a better draft pick. I'm giving you the 13th for the 18th. Come on, Lions. Jeez.
Oh, well, guys, I think I'm going to head on out of here, but I do
I'm
have a
not-
question for both of you.
All right.
What are your score predictions on Sunday? I'm taking the Eagles 24-17 and the Bengals 27-20.
Oh,
They scored
okay.
27 last year on Kansas City.
I'm gonna say, give me 27-24 Bengals.
That was the
Okay.
score last year.
I think it could happen again.
You think
Yeah.
it's going to be a game-winning field goal in overtime, Evan McPherson?
I don't know about overtime, but I definitely see them winning by 3. It might not even be. It might even come down to just having the great defense. The 49ers can keep it close.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 27-21. I'm going to say
Okay.
a 6-point game in favor of the Eagles, actually.
Okay, Thomas, here. I apologize. I was not aware that he was coming back.
So
But I mean, here's where I think the Eagles win. I think the 49ers front seven against the Eagles O-line is going to be pretty even. But then when you look at the 49ers corners, I think A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith are going to take advantage of their weaknesses in the secondary. And I saw a stat on ESPN, and it's Jalen Hurts has the third highest QBR on passes over 20 yards.
Right.
The 49ers defense has the 27th best defense against passes over 20 yards. So he's just going to need to chuck it deep.
hey, I got a trade accepted finally.
So I'll head out, guys. Have a great night. Go Pack, go Birds, and yeah, I'll see you next time.
All right,
take
man.
care. My
Yeah, let's
predictions.
be clear. Let's be clear about something too. Has anyone realized that Christian McCaffrey has been the turnaround for the 49ers?
Yeah,
Have you noticed that?
yeah.
I mean, think
but
about this. When they got the deal, when they first signed him, San Francisco was 3-3, and they were inconsistent on offense. And they were still trying to figure out a quarterback, but he definitely he boosted their run game and their offense. I mean, they were 19th in the NFL in points scored per game. They were 18th in yards per game and expected points added. And then he gets to San Francisco. The 49ers are second, fourth, and second in points scored, yards, and expected points added.
thank you, P Digits.
You got one more thing?
I forgot one thing. EAGLES Eagles. There we go.
Let's
You're
go.
You're a Packers fan saying that, but good luck to them.
Hey, they don't really have a rivalry with the Eagles, do they? I mean, they're not in the same division.
No, they don't. They got a rivalry with the Bears, the Lions, and the Vikings.
Yeah.
Well,
especially Chicago.
Yeah.
They hate
Rodgers still owns them.
them.
And so does Mike White. Take that, Bears.
I'm going to say it one time, though. That Bears.
Like Jeff Webster. Rest in peace.
I miss Jeff, man. He
miss
was
him.
always a great storyteller.
I finally got a trade accepted. I gave the Steelers my 43rd pick, and I gave him our wide receiver Braxton Berrios for their 49th pick. So I finally got a trade accepted. Braxton Berrios sucks. He needs to go.
Yeah.
And we also need a punter. Let's see. Oh, I could draft Keely Ringo. No, I don't need any cornerbacks.
No Georgia players. I challenge you.
I'm gonna take. Who's the best linebacker? No, I took Henley that last time. I'm going to take. Oh no. I'll take Noah Sewell.
Okay, that's a big pickup.
Yeah, we need some linebackers. I feel like C.J. Mosley's our only good linebacker. Some of our guys could leave. LaMarcus Joyner's gonna go, and we got a bunch of free agents on the O line. Connor McGovern, I don't know if Dwayne Brown's playing again. He's 37 years old. I don't know how much football he's got left in him. And this offensive line just needs to stay healthy. So that's why our goal in this draft is to build depth on the O-line and to, probably improve some areas on defense. So that's our goal. Oh, I can trade with the Dolphins. What do you want, Dolphins? I'll give you my 74th pick. And what's a position? Who should I give him? You want a punter, Dolphins? Let me see. I'm gonna give him Braden Mann. Can I get your 77th pick? Hey, the Dolphins accepted. Thank you, Fish. Thank you, Fish.
Go Fins.
The Finns. Their freaking fight song is the most annoying. Miami has
I've
the
never even
Dolphins.
heard it.
It goes, Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. Oh, it's a good song, but it's annoying as hell as a Jets fan. Thing I like about the Bucks is their touchdown cannons. I like the touchdown cannons. Pachoom, pachoom. I love it.
Yeah, man.
I
They didn't play it after the touchdowns in Super Bowl 55, but they did fire the cannons when we won.
Yeah. Then you put this. Then you have the song "Light 'Em Up" while they shoot off. Those are nice.
Yeah. Miami Dolphins fight song by T-Pain.
No. That's not the original one. That's a different one. The original one goes.
Is it like 40 seconds long though?
No, can I play it? I'll play it for you.
I might have found it, but I mean, if you can find it, yeah.
God dang it! Hold on. Gotta wait for stupid ads to finish.
Miami has a Dolphin team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins
Number 32.
Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins.
Number 32. Take the ball from goal to goal. And when you say Miami, we're talking about Tank Bowl. Tank Bowl, not Super Bowl.
Here's
Tank.
one. Here's something for you that we had for our Super Bowl hype.
The Bucks?
Yeah. I hope I don't get taken. Please don't take me down for this.
I wouldn't risk. Oh, wow.
Yo, John.
The Buccaneers are in the Super Bowl. Let's go. You a Buccaneer fan? Let me know. We're about to win this thing at home. Let's go. Buccaneers run this thing. Let them know. We're about to win this thing at home. Let's go.
If you want some, come get some. Tom Brady rolling with big guns. Guy wouldn't know he bought it, and Gronk is bought it, and Mike Evans bought it. Throw it long, we chase it down. And that Scotty Miller be pulling it down. AB and Cameron break, we blow them cannons to celebrate. You don't want no part of Levante. Winfield never miss one play. Big Stu be hitting them off. JPP Sackett be picking them off. Brewster, get live before 5. Big Devin White hit him. Fournette keep breaking away. Let's bring Lombardi to Tampa Bay.
You a Buccaneer fan? Let me know. We're about to win this thing at home. Let's go. Buccaneers run this thing. Let them know. We're about to win this thing at home. Let's go.
We handled Washington, right? New Orleans still ain't walking, right? I got bad for Rodgers when Murphy Bunting robbed ya. You know Ghosty ain't scared. In fact, the Big Shaq Bear coming through there. Ronald Jones Jones keep running and Vita Vea set for back. He gon' murk some. Donovan and Tristan. Ali Marpet ain't got Jensen. Tyler Johnson got them hands. And Whitehead just laid out your man. Seize the day, raise the flags. Fire the cannons, watch the swag. Yeah, Tom Brady is in it for one thing. He wants that savage way.
Let's go! You a Buccaneer fan, let me know. Let me know. We want to win this thing, yeah. Let's go! Buccaneers run this thing, let them know. Let me know.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. It just kind of repeats the chorus, but
Nice.
I think it's pretty dope.
I like it. You know, we don't even have our own fight song, actually.
The Jets.
No, we had this one guy who made like a JETS fight song. It just
Right.
goes like, let me hear you say JETS, 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 Jets.
That's funny.
It's just basically JETS, 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 Jets. That's our chant.
Yeah.
And then the
I like
beat. But then there's the Buccaneers cannons. How many
Yeah.
times do they go off? Like 6 times?
Oh, after a touchdown? Or like during a
pooch,
game?
pooch. No, after a touchdown. I think it's like 6 times.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you got to be right there.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6 times. I guess 6 because that's the amount of points a touchdown gets you before an extra point. Maybe that's why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, must mean that.
Yeah. Well, the stream is still up, so I guess they didn't take it down for that video.
Well, good for you, Ballard.
Thank God. It's 3 years old, so I mean, like, really?
No, they wouldn't take you down.
It was fan made, so I mean,
I'm going to use this Jets fight song in my highlights video of the season. I got one for the Jets, and I got one for Georgia that was actually a song made by somebody about the Georgia Bulldogs football season. It was called Perfect Season. That's what it was called. It's a really good song. I mean, this guy is really good.
I'll have to listen to it sometime.
Oh my God. It is one of the best songs I've
Is
ever.
it what kind of genre? Did he like rap it or did he?
No, it's actually like kind of country a little bit. It's kind of
Okay.
a little bit of country because he's got like a guitar. I mean, he's like, there's a video of him playing in Sanford Stadium and playing a guitar, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
So right now, yeah, I gotta get those 2 videos working sometime soon. I think I'll get I'll probably do Jets first. I gotta save the best for last. Gotta do this team last.
Yeah. Let me see. My phone's all the way over there on the charger. I was trying to figure out what team I should preview next for college football because throughout the offseason, I want to get every Power 5 team, and you just kind of got to knock them out, you know.
That's like what? How many teams per week do you do?
Well, so far,
Alabama,
in
Georgia.
the past, I've done 4 teams so far.
Alabama, Georgia, Auburn, and
Clemson.
Clemson. Okay.
Yeah, and I started with Georgia 10 days ago.
I was like Auburn. I was like, wait, what team is this? Who's Auburn? Who's Auburn? Who's this?
Who did they played?
Who is this team? Is that some sort of a team from Division II? Never heard of them.
What did Bear Bryant say one year? He was asked about the best team was like Notre Dame that season. He's like, "Oh, believe me, I'd love to beat Notre Dame, but trust me when I say nothing matters more to me than beating the Cow College on the other side of the state."
Yes. Kind of how we feel with Georgia Tech.
Right?
As long as we beat those freaking Yellow Jackets,
The
all's
nerds.
good. The Nerds, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, we own their ass. They did better this year, though. I will say they did better this year, but we still own y'all.
I will say I did in both the Alabama and Auburn. If I pick a team to upset Bama this year, honestly, the best case is a first-year coach in Hugh Freeze. I think that could be something. The game is at Auburn.
That's true. You guys usually have a close game with them when you're at Jordan Hare. I mean, I haven't. When was the last time y'all blew them out at Jordan Hare? It's probably been for years.
2015, maybe 2015.
Yeah, that was kind of a
I mean,
blowout. Yeah.
it's been about 8 years.
Alabama Auburn history. I mean, you used to have like closer games with Auburn than you did like have with us before we finally beat you.
Yeah.
Like
They've always played us they've always played us pretty close at Jordan Hare. They just never play us close in Tuscaloosa.
they got that first
Um,
touchdown. They got that first touchdown, and I was like, "Ooh, there you go, Auburn."
Yeah, it was 29-13 in 2015.
I guess that's sort of a blowout.
Now 26-14 in 2017, but Auburn did pull the upset.
Hold on a second. I'll tell you the blowout. The last time you blew them out at Jordan Hare was 2011. You guys beat them 42-14.
Yeah, so it's been about 12 years
So yeah,
almost.
2011, you beat the hell out of them. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Then from 02 to 07, Auburn went on a bit of a win streak.
You know what the biggest victory was though?
2010?
No, the largest margin of victory was 55-0 in 1948.
Let's see. Jeez. And I guess Auburn's biggest win against you was probably a 40-0 win.
It had something like that.
40
I'm
to
really not sure.
Auburn beat y'all 40-0 and 57.
That's got to be it. No, actually, I'll do you one better. 1900, November 17th in Montgomery.
Oh,
It was
Jesus.
53-5.
Oh, jeez.
What
And you
did you
guys-
say? 45-0?
No, it was 40-0 and 57.
1895 in Tuscaloosa. Auburn wins 48-0.
Jeez. Why'd y'all play? Why you started in Birmingham, and then wait a minute. Why'd y'all play like in Birmingham and not in Tuscaloosa? Because that
Well, Alabama hasn't always had Bryant Denny. It used to always be at Legion Field for the most part of the series. I'm not sure where they played in Montgomery, and I'm not even sure where it was in Birmingham before Legion Field, unless it's always been there. But they just always got together in like some backyard brawls and everything, and you know, there's always been good moments in the rivalry, though. I love it.
I mean, we've had Sanford Stadium since like almost before like the 1920s, I think. Sanford Stadium's getting old.
100 years almost.
Let's see. Sanford Stadium was open in 1929.
Oh, so not quite 100 years.
No, but it's only been renovated twice. I mean, Bryant Denny's been renovated like 10 times.
Yeah.
We renovated it in 94 and 2018. I think 2018 must have been the lights.
Yeah.
And 94, I don't know what the hell we did. And I remember going through all the teams that Georgia lost to in history. We used to struggle against New NYU back in the old days.
NYU.
NYU. NY freaking U. That freaking school in New York City. And then, you want to know something? The first ever Auburn-Georgia game, you know where it was played? Piedmont Park.
Oh my God.
Piedmont Park in Atlanta, Georgia. You can walk around Piedmont Park today. That was where the first ever Auburn Georgia game took place. Piedmont Park.
You
We
want
go
to know
back-
a team Alabama's never beat?
Rice.
A grain, dude. We can't beat a grain.
Can't beat a grain. Well, that's because you don't schedule them today.
They would come into Bryant Denny today and be like, "We're 3-0 all time against you."
And then
We
you
never lost.
beat them like 68 to nothing.
And it'd be like first time for everything, boys.
Like, yeah, get used to it. You'll be behind sometimes.
Right. We've
Wait a
also
minute.
never beaten Utah, UCF,
You know what? Oh my God.
NIU, Oklahoma State. We've never beaten.
Oh my God.
Minnesota as well.
You know what I just found out? There's actually a town in Georgia that's named Auburn.
Yeah, there is.
There is. What the hell? In Barrow and Gwinnett counties. No way. Now we got an Auburn too.
Can't escape them, can you?
No, we can't. But we can beat the hell out of them, that's for sure.
Right.
1892, the first ever Georgia Auburn game. Auburn beat us 10-0 at Piedmont Park. Yep. Oh my God, we played at Piedmont Park. So in the history, Georgia leads 63, 56, and 8.
Wow.
You guys are up a good bit on Auburn too. You guys are up 49, 37, and 1. There was one tie back in 07, 6-6 in Birmingham.
Man, it's already 10 o'clock. I think I'm going to end the stream, man, unless you got anything else. Okay, your final predictions, though, this weekend. Who goes to the Super Bowl?
Oh, there we go. I'm going to say the Eagles win 34-27.
Okay.
And I think the Bengals are going to beat the Chiefs 28-23.
Nice. I like those scores, too.
So
So you're with me, then. I got the Eagles and the Bengals, too.
Yeah, and I don't know who to root for in that game. I mean, I like Burrow, but I really think the Eagles, I don't know. The Bengals have never won a Super Bowl, though.
That's true, but I'm an Alabama fan. I'm pulling for Jalen Hurts.
That's obvious. That's
Yeah.
obvious.
But you're
Well,
kind
actually-
of lopsided.
Well, actually, wait a minute. I should pull for Philadelphia. Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis and Nakobe Dean.
And Nakobe Dean. I should pull for Philadelphia because I don't think there's any Georgia player on the Bengals, at least to my knowledge.
I don't know. Let me
I need
look
to-
at it real quick.
ESPN will tell me. I don't think there's a single Georgia player on the Bengals. If there is, then it won't matter because whoever
You
has
just
more,
did a good performance, then.
whoever has more Georgia players, I root for them.
You
Okay,
have
no.
Elijah
Elijah Elijah Holyfield. All right.
You
And,
also have Trey Hill, who's
Trey
a center.
Hill. All right, Trey Hill. And that's it. So both teams
Yep.
have like 2 players, I think, from Georgia.
But hey, listen to this. Listen to this. You want to pull against anybody? Pull against the kicker for the Bengals. He's a Florida man.
Yes. No, but I was hoping that he would make that field goal in the overtime, though. I don't care that he went to Florida. He didn't do anything to Georgia
No.
except beat us in 2020. But that wasn't him. That was just poor performance by
Kyle
Dewan.
Trask.
Dewan Mathis, poor performance. God damn it, Dewan. We're building up our quarterback class now. Carson Beck's probably going to start this season.
Yeah, that could be good for you guys too.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, all right, man. Thanks for coming on. I'm gonna end the stream.
Of course, man.
All right.
All right, you take care, bro.
All right. See you, Will.
See ya.
All right. Georgia Bulldog, Will, Sorgy Stories. Appreciate everyone coming on tonight. I love y'all. I'm going to get some rest tonight. Jesus loves you. He's got a great plan. Trust and believe that. And yeah, don't forget, on your way out, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell. You get notified when we go live, post new videos, and make posts on YouTube. So really appreciate that. I love y'all. Appreciate everybody. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here next week. I love y'all. Peace.